Welcome to Cancun International Airport. This video is going to provide a walkthrough and as much information about the Cancun International Airport. We're going to start right outside the airport. We're going to go in, going to show you around. We're going to go through check-in. We're going to go up the escalator. We're going to go through security, show you the duty-free. Then we'll show you the food options, show you the shopping options, walk around the gates a little bit. Then we're going to get on the plane and we're gone. Here we go. Okay, here we are outside of Cancun International Airport. We just got dropped off. Just gonna have a look over here. These people are getting dropped off by shuttles. It's a rare rainy day here, and we're gonna get on our flight. I'm just gonna pan around here because these people are coming in from the parking area. Now maybe you're in Mexico and you've parked and you're dropping somebody off, and there's a few more shuttles dropping people off. And we're gonna come around here full circle and we're gonna head into the Cancun International Airport, the second busiest airport in Mexico after Mexico City, 10th busiest international airport in the world. So expect something that's pretty busy. Now we're gonna come into this room here, and basically it's just one big room. I don't want you to get freaked out about Cancun just because it's one of the busiest airports in Mexico. It is just such a simple kind of this is departures, so it's just one big room. And this is section A, but we're just gonna look here. You got Starbucks if you're getting off a shuttle or getting out of your bus from your all-inclusive or something like that, or you're coming in from an Airbnb or Puerto Morales or Tulum or something. There's your protect your bag where you can wrap it up. Now Section A here, that's what I'm going to call it. Section A is primarily machine check-in. And we're going to look at the airline companies that use these machines in Section A. And right next to that bag place is tourist information. There it is right there. So if you have some questions about what's going on at the airport, or maybe you're in a bit of a bind, you need to get somewhere, or you want some information, you can go there. They've got the tourist information there. So these are the machines if you are checking in to go home, your departure in Section A. And here are Southwest, you've got Air Transat, there's a few other, JetBlue, there's a few other companies there. So that's where you would be checking in to get ready for your flight. So just to reiterate, this is Section A, and there's this big sign up, and it tells you in Section A you've got these companies. You can see there's Section A, B, C, D, and E, and this is Section A right here. So you know when you come in if you're going to be in Section A, and this is where you're going to have to check in with these machines. They've got a few people circulating from the companies, helping people out to help them check in. Now we're heading out to Section B here, and you can see all the check-in. You can see all the kiosks over here for Section B, and we're going to be heading over here. I'm just going to grab my luggage here, and I'm going to start walking over. There's a bank if you need to convert some of your money. Maybe you have some American, Canadian, or wherever you are from in Europe and you want to convert it back. If you've got some pesos, Mexican pesos, you want to convert it back before you get on the plane, you can do it right there. And we're going to be with Flair Airlines here. So you just saw the little, we're going to check in our bags here, and it was pretty quick. Heard a lot of horror stories about Flair Airlines. We checked in, we got our seats, and we are going to head to security, which is upstairs. But I'm just going to show you. You've seen Section A, you've seen Section B. That's where our Flair was. We're going to continue on here. This is just one big room. You come to departures here. Do not get freaked out about it. It's one big room. We're going to come to Section C up here, and there's going to be D and E. And just have a look at the board here to see if your airline's on time, what gate you're supposed to be going to, or what section here you're supposed to be checking in on. So we passed Section A, we checked in Section B with Flair Airlines. We're heading to Toronto, Canada, and we're gonna head here now to Section C, and it's gonna tell you what airlines are checking in here at Section C. So we're just gonna look over here. You can see the washrooms, like if you really wanna go before you go up to security or when you come in. We're just going to have a little look up here at Section C and see what airlines are flying and being checked in here in Section C. So there is Section C all lined up. Looks like it's Air Transat, probably Canadian. You've got WestJet, probably Canadian also, and Sun Country. So if you're flying with one of those airlines, you're probably in C, and you're going to go in there and you're going to check in, check your bags if you got to check them, get your seats, and proceed. So, but like I said, this is the second busiest airport in Mexico. Look at that. It is wall-to-wall people. So this is what you're going to have to expect. We're going to head now from Section C, still in the same room. We're heading over to D. You got Austrian, Frontier, I think Frontier's out of the States, and Turkish Airlines. So, and we're going to just kind of do a little pan down, and you'll again see that it is pretty busy here. Second busiest airport in Mexico. So expect some long lines. Now we're going to just show you around. You can check in there. There's some machines. There's also some ATMs. Now if you need some money for where you're going, like I don't know if you're going to a different country, maybe this is just a holdover. You've come from one country, you've come into Mexico for a little while, maybe you're heading to Costa Rica or something like that and you need some more money. There is that bank back there. There's also some ATMs and there's some checkout machines here. Now this is a place to eat on the left. I think it's called Guacamole, and fairly good stuff, fairly good food. So if you've got a couple hours to kill, here's another board just to make sure your flight is on time, what gate it's at, what gate you or what kiosk you have to go to in order to check in, just to give you some information there. And there it is, the Guacamole Grill. If you've got a few hours, or if your flight's delayed and you want to sit down somewhere, you can go in there. Or if you're meeting somebody or picking somebody up at the airport, you might want to go in there and just have a bite to eat while their flight is delayed before they're coming in. Whatever your purpose is, maybe you just want this food and you like it. But we're going to look at the convenience store here. Now, a lot of these were on Flair, which is kind of a low budget airline. Not a lot of food, they're not going to serve anything, so you might want to grab something there, some chips, or some magazines or something like that. Who reads magazines these days? Because you might have we've got a 3 or 4 hour flight, so maybe grab something there. And gonna go up those stairs there to security, but we're just gonna have a look. This is Section E here. If you were checking in for your departures, looks like JetBlue and Flair Airlines. Now Flair was also available in Section B there, and that's where we checked in. And this is starting to get busy here. Our flight is delayed, but we're here and we're on our way, and we're gonna go upstairs now for security. Just gonna kind of look back down at this one big room, and it is easy. This departures is a very easy place at Cancun. It's one big room. You've got Section A, most of those are machines. We checked in Section B with Flair, C, D, and E. That's it. You've got Guacamole Grill down there. You got a bank if you want to convert some money down there. It's just one big room. Easy. You can't get lost. You can't get lost. So we're going to come up to this level right here. We're going to go down this hallway, hang a left, and we're going to go to security, and they're going to go through our bags and stuff. So there's an elevator. Now if you've got some strollers with some kids, or you don't want to go up the escalator, or you got a luggage issue, or you just want the elevator, that's where it is. People always ask me, where's the elevator? Just wanted to give you a little view of the elevator there. So we're going to hang a left. We're going to customs and security, but I'm going to give you a little picture here of the duty free. This duty free here is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. I'm going to walk you through it in a second. So there are all the options. If you just want to stop the video and check out what sort of restaurant options, food options, shopping options, there it is. And if you need something for the plane, whether it be some sort of adapter for your iPhone or your iPad or something like that, you can see if you could, the stores available there that might have it. But I'm going to be walking you through the restaurant area and all the shopping as I walk to my gate for my plane. So we're going to walk down here, and there's been a bunch of horror stories about Flair Airlines specifically, where either flights have been canceled or they've been delayed for days, not just hours, but days. There's been a lot of people upset about that. So take that Flair airline, you're probably not paying as much and you're not getting any of the perks, but you might also not get on a plane when you're supposed to. And that's part of it. And I've heard various things saying that Flair Airlines won't be around this time next year, but time will tell. Now there's the security. Everybody's lining up. I will say we moved through here fairly quickly. Considering how busy this airport is, second busiest airport in Mexico, we went through security really quickly. So I've got no problems with this Cancun airport. You saw us come in. We got out of our shuttle. We were coming up from Playa del Carmen, but I don't know where you're coming from. We went right to the Flair Airlines in Section B there, got our stuff really quickly. You saw us walk up because I'm just running this thing in real time, and there is security. We've just gone through it, and now we're coming into the duty free. This is the Cancun duty free. Security was quick, check-in was quick. Everything has been really seamless considering it is this busy. So here we are. I'm going to walk through here. I'm not sure what you're interested in, what you're looking for, and the purpose of this video is to do a walk through this airport. And as I said, the check-in process was good, security was quick, and now this is the duty-free. And like I said, I don't know what people are looking for, but I'm just going to walk through here slowly just to give you an idea. This is an information video about how big it is, maybe what options there are here, the sections. There's some sunglasses, and I'll just walk through here and let you see what they have. But it looks clean. Looks like there's a lot of options. You got those swatches there. You got a number of different watches. So if you're looking for something and maybe you can't get it back in your home country, maybe it's a better price here. I'm not a big duty-free guy, but I will walk through here. Now after we leave the duty-free, I'm going to walk through, show you some of the food options and some of the shopping out amongst the gates. Now I think we're in gate 61 or something, but what I'm going to do right now is kind of change gears, and because I'm in this travel YouTube business, I get a lot of people telling me stories. Especially, I've kind of been focusing on a lot of airports in the last year or two, and going through airports and giving people a little walkthrough and review on how good they are. And like I said, Cancun Airport, clean. The process seems to be pretty quick. I heard a number of horror stories about luggage last year on arrivals, and that was not good. But we came down again this year, and everything has been really good. I've got no complaints about it. But the complaints I am hearing about this airport is this. Now what's happening is a number of people are coming to departures. They're checking in their bag, a big suitcase, and then they get home at night, and they open their bag and they go, somebody went through my bag. Now legally, the airports or the companies are allowed to go through your bag, I believe, if they do a scan and they see something in there that's maybe they are second guessing or there's a caution and they want to go in and they want to check it out. Now let's get that clear. I believe they're allowed to go into it, but that's not what people are complaining about. People are complaining is that once they check their bag in, they come home, they land, they get their baggage at their home airport, they get home that night and they open up their bag and they go, somebody's gone through my bag. And how do they know that? Because all their clothes are strewn back in there, not folded, and it looks like it's a mess, and they know they did not put all the clothes in there on the morning of their departures. So they know somebody's gone through their bag. And things are missing. Now, what's been going on the last month or two here with this Cancun airport is that phones are going missing. And you're probably thinking, why would you have your phone in your big suitcase and why would you put it on a plane? It's phones, it's iPads, it's anything electronic. A number of people have had a lot of sunglasses go missing. So what's happened is these people had some second phones and they put the phones in their baggage, checked it, got home that night, and the phones weren't there. iPad wasn't there. Certain sunglasses weren't there. Now this is not just one person. I've heard this from a number of people. Now they're saying that there's a black market for these phones. Now somebody had a new phone. They had like an iPhone 14, but they were using their iPhone 6 or 7 or 8 when they were away, when they had Wi-Fi to stream some music or something like that. And they didn't think anything of it. It was their second phone, and they put the phone and the iPad in their baggage, and when they got home, they were gone. Now, if it's a second phone, it's an old phone, you could probably think, okay, it's probably not worth that much to you. But the issue is that if somebody got into that phone, they were afraid they had a bunch of their passwords and a whole bunch of banking information, etc., on that phone, whether it be in the notes section or in their information on there. And so what they had to do, they were afraid that if these people somehow got into their phone, they would have access to all their banking information, etc. So what these people had to do was first they phoned Rogers. I guess that's who they had the phone with, and Rogers said they would put a stop on anything, but they said that they had to phone iCloud, I guess, because all their information on that phone was up in the cloud, so they had to somehow turn off all that information, that if somebody did get into that phone, they wouldn't have access to all their banking information, etc. So what's the point? Why am I telling you this story? Basically, number one, don't put any electronics in your big suitcase. And number two, if you do, and if they do go missing, you've probably got to go to your phone provider, shut that down, and you're going to have to shut down the iCloud. And what you can do is you can find out if somebody turns on that phone, and once it does, you make sure once they try to turn it on, it automatically shuts the phone down. And I'm just learning about this through people that have had this happen to them, where people have taken their phones. So I've kind of walked around, shown you the food options there. There's these little kind of, seems like more Mexican stuff in the middle of this shopping little plaza. There's a convenience store, and I'll say it again, if you're getting on one of these low budget airplanes, you probably want to have some food or something. If you're looking, we've got a 3 or 4 hour flight, and if you're looking for some munchies or you need something, buy it there. So we're gonna head up here, and we're gonna come up to these screens, and you're either gonna have to go left or go right. And there's some people at a bar just passing some time, having some drinks, getting ready to go. You can see all the food options over there. Pretty good food options. You wouldn't know that this is kind of this is not a low-end airport. Like, they've got plenty of options here, really good duty free. And if you like to come around, and we've probably all got 1, 2, or 3 hours of time to kill. And if you have some delays, you probably got even more. So you've got plenty of things to go and eat or shop and look around. So there's another restaurant in there, kitchen, Wolfgang Puck. And if anybody knows anything about that or has any opinions on that, let me know. So you're either going to go left or right here to your gate. We're going to be going right, but I just want to square this thing up and let you have a little look. If you're going 53 to 57, you're going left. If you're going 58 to 68, which we are, you're going right. You can check there to see if your planes are on time. We are delayed. And there's been a whole bunch of delays during this busy time of year. Sushi Tequila. Let me know what you think of that place too. And there's also the other new airport. Just so you know, like if you've come down to Cancun here and you've had a really bad experience with delays, you might want to think about going into Tulum next year. Tulum is roughly an hour and a half south. We are staying in Playa del Carmen for a little while, so we're thinking about going into Tulum because it's right between Cancun and Tulum. So this Cancun is as I said, it's a big, second busiest airport in Mexico. How many times have I said that today? Tulum is now up and running. Also, the Mayan train goes from Cancun Airport here all the way down the coast, whether it be to Playa del Carmen, Puerto Morales, Tulum, Acamal. It's going to go right up and down the coast. So this part of Mexico is booming. They've got the new airport down in Tulum. They've got the Mayan train going up around the coast here. So the infrastructure in Mexico is getting better, and the ability for tourists to get around is just getting better all the time. And I'll just continue to walk down here towards our gate. I think we're at gate 68. We're at the end. There's another convenience store. So there's plenty of options here if you do want some food or some snacks or you need something for the plane. So I'm going to say thanks for coming along on this walk. If you have any questions about Cancun Airport, I did an arrivals airport walkthrough a few months ago. We've been down here for a while covering the seaweed situation, and so we're heading home now and looking forward to it. But this is a clean airport. Duty free's awesome. It was pretty seamless getting out of our shuttle, going through check-in, getting our seats, coming up through security. You've got the duty free, so many options there. You can look around, keep yourself busy for a while, and we're going to head down here to our gate, get on our plane, and skedaddle home. And this is the walkthrough. I always like watching these guys here, so maybe I'll just come up and watch this guy do a little bit of driving with these video games. We got this old timer guy here on and doing pretty well. So if you have any questions, pop them in the comment section. If you have any questions about Cancun, Playa del Carmen, those Quintana Roo up and down the coast here, don't be afraid to ask. And if you've got any other horror stories or advice to us about the Cancun airport, and if you have any horror stories about you putting something in your luggage and them going through your luggage, let me know too, because I want to get this information. I'll pin your comment just so other people can know what's going on and how trustworthy everything is here in the Cancun airport. So I'm going to say, I guess as this guy's driving, look at that seat bopping around there a little bit. He's having a good time. I'm going to say thanks a lot for coming along. I'm going to say ciao for now. And Cancun airport seems like a pretty good place, pretty seamless. We took you right from the getting out of the shuttle. We're going to take you right to getting on the plane here. So thanks a lot for coming along. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.